Hello, everyone, and welcome to Star Wars Geek Girl. I am Zoe, and as usual, I'm here with Lizzy.
Hello.
And we are here to talk about the Star Wars news.
The Star
Wars Geek Girls. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry.
Yippee! So, got quite a few Star Wars news here. Nothing too big as of right now. But some Star Wars. So, yeah, let's do it. The first thing is Star Wars Outlaws. The wild card expansion came out yesterday, as of the day we're recording this. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. Either way, a couple days ago, and it's so Outlaws wild card is an expansion where you as Kay infiltrate a high stakes sabacc game, and you meet Lando, and you have to uncover conspiracy. And when I made these notes, I assumed I would have played it at least a little bit by now. But yesterday after work, I went to Scone and Villainy, and then today I watched Arcane and then went to see Wicked. So I have not actually played it. I'm gonna play it tomorrow. I'm not really doing anything tomorrow. So I can't really comment on it, but it looks really fun. I'm very excited to play it, despite the fact that I put it off for 2 days. I am excited. I love Lando, and I love Outlaws, so I'm excited to play the expansion. But I can't. That's all I got about that. You don't play Outlaws at all, so
I was gonna say I can't. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not. I got nothing to say.
So here we are. That's all I got on that. Yeah. Next, Skeleton Crew. So Skeleton Crew comes out in less than 2 weeks as of right now. It's crazy.
Yippee!
I'm excited to have Star Wars in December again. It's been too long because the last time really was Book of Boba Fett, but I feel like that doesn't count because that was like literally December 30th or 29th or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't count. So this is the first time since
Gatekeep.
Yeah, I mean, really since like Rise of Skywalker. I guess like the last couple episodes of Mando season 1, but that's also when Rise of Skywalker was coming out. So I think this is literally the first time we've had Star Wars in December since Rise of Skywalker. And to jog everyone's memory, the Rise of Skywalker came out before the pandemic. So it's been a while.
It has been a hot minute.
I just was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, wow, Rise of Skywalker was 2019. That was a time. You know, we didn't even know.
Simpler times.
So much hadn't happened. Yet so much had happened. But yeah, all the trailers look good. I will admit I haven't been watching like every single TV spot and everything because I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I just want to watch the show. Like, stop showing me things before it comes out. I just want to watch the show.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. Cool pirates and the kids are adorable. And the music they use in the trailers sounds really cool. I don't know how reflective it is of the music that's in the show. I hope it is though. They did a Huttese cover of Major Tom in the one trailer. It's kind of sick. And I hope they do more of that. My dad's been like looking for it on streaming platforms ever since that trailer came out. The music's still not out there. And I, you know, Liz, I'm not like a hot take. I don't want like fully regular songs just like show up in Star Wars. Like I'm not looking for like a Guardians or a Deadpool kind of situation. But like I can get behind like Huttese covers of like 70s and 80s songs, you know? If the vibe fits, it fits.
If it fits, it fits.
And like especially if it's in Huttese. Like it doesn't have to be in Huttese, but it helps when it's in Huttese. Because no one really sings in basic in Star Wars music except for Gaia. They're like always singing in Huttese or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's only Gaia.
Didn't they have that once? What's Gaia?
She's from the Star Cruiser.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Is that what you were gonna say? The one from the Star
No,
Cruiser?
I was gonna say it's that one song in Acolyte, but it wasn't really a character or anything.
Yeah, oh, but that was also like, I mean, that was like a chant, like the one in, and then the other, the like song version of it was like just in the credits. So I feel like it doesn't count.
Yeah. I was just like, that was just a thought. I was like, oh, there was that one time there was like a song.
Diegetic music that people like listen to and
Yes.
aren't doing spells with. Not in basic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Skeleton Crew. I ordered a little outfit today to like have a little Neil outfit.
Oh.
Little like overalls and the sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be Neil. Neil is
Just be.
Neil is like, I'm kidding Neil. I think that's the term.
Yes.
I love him. He's so me. His little comb over. I'm obsessed with him. And I also really like, gosh, I can't remember her name right now, but the one like the slightly older girl. I don't know if she's actually older. She's like taller. Yeah, she seems adorable, and she's like a little rebel. She's so cute. Yeah, the show just looks adorable, and I'm really excited. It's very whimsy, very adventure-y, because I think we've been like not missing that side of Star Wars like a little bit. Like it's, like Mando, like the last 2 seasons of Mando were like they had some like kind of just side adventures, but it was mostly like focused on like the whole Mandalore plot and stuff. And then you have like Ahsoka was very focused on like finding Ezra and defeating Thrawn, like all this stuff. And it's like, let's just have an adventure, throw a couple kids in a spaceship, see what happens. And I'm excited for that. So it's like the Goonies in space. I love the Goonies.
Goonies was it. I think I watched that so many times.
I swear my dad showed it to me and was like, oh, you're going to love the Goonies. But he claims he's never seen it. So, but I've definitely seen it at least once. I think more than once. And I'm like 99% sure he should. Like, where else would have watched the Goonies? That's not like a sleepover movie.
Well, it was a sleepover movie at my house.
Well, I mean, but like,
I know.
It was someone else's house. It's not it was never a sleepover
Not
movie.
my house.
When I went to sleepovers, it was like 10 Things I Hate About You or like Mean Girls.
Man, you went to sleepovers? That's crazy.
Okay, wait, you can't be like, it was a sleepover for me, and then say it's crazy when sleepovers.
Well, notice how I said my house? No one came to my house. No, Goonies. Oh no, we need to watch it. We should watch it. So have a sleepover at my apartment, and we watch the Goonies.
Maybe that's like the night before Skeleton Crew. We have a like Skeleton Crew-esque like marathon. Watch the Goonies, E.T. Kind of same vibes. Just we got to make the list. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Something with Jude Law in it.
Yeah. Oh, I have the perfect one for that. The holiday. Sorry, that was
okay.
Why?
I didn't know you were passionate about Jude Law.
Him, right? Yeah. Yes, it's Jude. Okay, so there's him, and isn't he? No, he's not the Lincoln lawyer. Is he Lincoln lawyer?
I don't know. He's in Fantastic Beasts. I know that. And
isn't he the?
He was in the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes too, wasn't he?
Matthew McConaughey is Lincoln.
Because he was Watson, I think.
I get those two mixed up. I don't know how.
There's a lot of like really similar guys out there. I was talking to someone the other day trying to figure out like we were trying to remember who was the guy in Alvin and the Chipmunks, the live action movies. And I think I named like 4 different actors, and none of them were the right one, but they all had like very similar vibes.
Yeah.
It's just like there's certain genres of people, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No, The Holiday
yeah.
is like my mom's favorite Christmas movie. And so I'd watch that all the time and he was in it.
I
And I was like, he's cool.
I've been rewatching Hawkeye every Christmas since it came out. I'm probably gonna do
I
it
didn't
again.
watch Hawkeye actually.
Oh, you should watch it for Christmas. You should watch it for Christmas. It's so good.
Heard.
Love Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Heard.
I play Hawkeye in Fortnite sometimes. True story.
I have him, but I don't use him.
Oh, I don't play him Hawkeye. I play her Hawkeye. I play Kate
Oh,
Bishop.
okay. I was like,
I play
oh,
Kate Bishop.
Jude Law's in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he's in the Robert Downey Jr. one. I think I said that.
I thought you said Fantastic Beasts.
I think I said
You
both.
did both, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
He's been on stuff. But yeah, anyway, Skeleton Crew looks great. I'm really excited. The kids are adorable. I'm intrigued by Jude Law's character. I don't think he's a Jedi. I think he's a liar. But I'm intrigued. either way,
Yeah.
whether he's a liar or not, I'm interested in what his whole deal is.
Yeah. They don't have him listed as that yet. Oh my god! Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. He's he's an AI, which is a movie that I keep telling you should watch. It's
Is
like
that the one that just came out? No, that was a different one.
this is like what year is this? 2001. That's crazy.
There's like a different AI one that just came out.
Yeah,
Like it was like
one's-
A23 and it was a horror movie, I think.
No. This is 2001 and it's like these parents like their kid has cancer. And so they get like they're like creating robots at this time, so they get the hospital gives them a robot kid and they're kind of like spooked by it, and the original kid gets better and comes back, and they don't like each other, or at least the kid doesn't like the robot kid, and then like the mom gives up the robot kid, and it's a whole thing. But Jude Law is there and he helps the kid, but he's also a robot, but he's like an adult robot that helps the kid. He's slay.
Okay.
You need to watch it. Apparently directed by Steven Spielberg. I feel like that kind of tracks, but
Okay. Cool.
anyway, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Anything else to say about Visions? Or not Visions, about Skeleton Crew?
I like the little elephant man. He's
Neil.
just super cute.
He's my icon.
Especially when he's like, they're like, you drive. And they're like, Neil? For real?
He's so cute.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
so excited for especially like not just the kids themselves, like they each individually seem adorable.
Their interactions together will be top
Yeah,
tier.
I'm excited for those dynamics between them, and then also with Jude Law. And also got all these pirates. It's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be so cute. I'm very excited. But yeah.
Very cute. Very excited. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And then the other bit of news, if we're ready, is that they're making a Vision season 3, which I'm very excited for because I love Visions. I've loved every single Vision that has come out.
Perfect.
I just love them. Oh, they're so good. And I'm really excited. I want Visions to go on forever. I want them to make infinite Visions forever. So this time, for those who aren't as familiar, don't remember, there's 2 seasons of Visions. It's animation. It's a bunch of different animation studios that each make their own little short. And it's not like they're not like beholden to canon or anything like that. They just get to kind of do their own Star Wars, and just do whatever. And so season 1 was all Japanese like anime studios, and then season 2 expanded to studios throughout the whole world. So I think there was still like 1 or 2 Japanese studios, but there's also like Korean studios, and there's a South African studio and an English studio, and like all these different studios. That was really cool, and I've loved them all. And so this is going to be volume 3 that comes out. Volume 3 is returning to kind of the season 1 idea of doing all Japanese studios again. And actually, some of the studios that worked on Volume 1 are coming back again for Volume 3. Which is exciting. I have a list of who they are and what they've done. So Kamikaze Duga, that they created the duel for the first Star Wars Visions. That was like the black and white one with the red lightsabers. They are coming back to make another one. Whether or not it's like a sequel to the duel or something, we don't know. But I am interested, even if it's not necessarily like a sequel, but I'm interested if it's in the same kind of universe for the duel. Because if you haven't read, this is going way off the rails, but basically they made a book called Ronin, and it was written by Emma Miyako Kandon. It was really, really good. Not canon at all. It was like really like an alternate reality of Star Wars, heavily entrenched in like Japanese history. It's really based on that, where like, you know, the Jedi, because like we think of Jedi as samurai, but we think of them as kind of the movie version of samurai is like, you know, these like very, you know, like these good guys and stuff, where in, you know, real Japanese history, for parts of it, a lot of samurai worked for like warlords and were like cops, basically, like you know, in a press, like basically stormtroopers, but with swords.
That's why my dad's a ninja.
But in like this alternate reality of this version of Star Wars from the duel and in Ronin, the Sith are like the underdog good guys, and the Jedi are like the servants of the Empire essentially, and the Empire is trying to root out the Sith. It was really interesting, really, really good. So I wonder if it's going to be, if Kamikaze Duke is going to make another thing in that kind of alternate Star Wars, or if it's going to be totally different. Either way, very excited. The next one, returning studio, is Kinema Citrus Co. They made The Village Bride in Volume 1, which is my personal favorite Volume 1 short. And I love it. I love it so much. And I love F. So I kind of want it to be a sequel. I want to see more F. But also, it's okay if it's different. But I love F. Love F. So that's them. And then Production IG, or Studio IG, is making one. They are the studio that made The Ninth Jedi, which is the one with there's like a meeting and they're like trying to find all the Jedi, and then turns out it's Sith trying to kill the last of the Jedi, and they have to like, the future Jedi have to like escape. It was really good. And that was one, I do remember that was one where like a lot of people were like, we want a sequel of The Ninth Jedi, and like we want this particular one to be a whole series. So I'm curious if it's going to play off of The Ninth Jedi, because I did kind of a very open ending, or if it's going to be original. Either way, I make another one. Also, while I was like making my little list of what they'd done, I learned that this studio contributed to the design of Kit Fista's Padawan in the Clone Wars, which is pretty cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was pretty cool. And then Trigger is making another thing. Trigger, you might know, if you're an anime fan, you might know from like Little Witch Academia, Kill la Kill. So for Trigger, this is actually gonna be the third time making Visions, because the studio made the twins from Visions Volume 1, and they made The Elder in Visions Volume 1 too.
That one was insane. I like that one.
Both those episodes were insane. The Elder especially. So I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with this one. So there's that. And then there's so those are all the returning studios. The new studios, so there's one called Anima, which Anima is actually a Spanish studio. And they're going to be co-producing with Kamikaze Duga, the first one that made the Duel. And so I'm really interested in that. I didn't personally recognize any of what Anima has done, but some of it's done really interesting. They have they've won called like Guardians of Oz about like the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz, which I just saw wicked, so that stuck out to me. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't recognize, but it sounded pretty cool. They had something called Aztec Batman. I don't know what that's about, but that sounds pretty cool.
I cannot tell you.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, they're working on their new studio coming in, and I think they're the only non-Japanese studio, but they're partnering with the Japanese studio. And then David Production, which is the studio that made JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is going to be making one of the shorts. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, go back. Wait a minute.
David Yes. Okay. For those who are not aware, we actually have an episode of the podcast where Axel explained the plot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's from a couple years ago, but you can find it. I think we call it like JoJo Geek Girl or something. It's on our feed. If you want to listen to that and learn about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like I did, it is quite bizarre. It's aptly named. So this is the anime studio behind JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or one of them, that's working on Visions. I hear the clicking of the keyboard.
Yeah, perfect. I was just gonna. I need to be real with you, and it's okay because my mom doesn't listen to the podcast. But I am planning. No. I am planning on getting a JoJo star tattoo on my back. It's like at first I was like, and I was like, it's like a star, and like even if I don't like. It's a star. I still like stars, and it's JoJo, and it's like cool, and it's I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so that's a thing that be happening, but not right now because I need the monies. But I'm also trying to convince Axel to do it with me. I think that would be cool. But Axel's got enough.
Probably a really good thing your mom doesn't listen to the podcast. Anyway, that was one of the studios. So David Production, and then Polygon Pictures. Sorry, it's another studio that's making it. So Polygon Pictures is a 3D CG animation studio, so it's interesting. We'll get like a kind of variety of animation, even though it's all anime. They've made, I couldn't find anything like really stick out, but they've made some like Ultraman stuff. Bit of Ghost in the Shell. They've worked with Studio Ghibli before. They've done some like Transformers anime and some Godzilla anime. A lot of stuff. They have a very long list of credits. They worked a bit on the Clone Wars, like early episodes of the first 2 seasons of the Clone Wars as well. They worked on Star Wars Resistance. Sorry.
Nice.
That's so cool. Big Hero 6, the series. Love, Death, and Robots Volume 3. Okay, work. Polygon Pictures. They're going to be working on a short, so that's really exciting. So that's, and then another studio is Project Studio Q. Is going to work on this. They co-produced on the Twins as well. But they've also worked on like even some Evangelion stuff.
Wait.
What? Evangelion. Okay, here's what it says: Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 thrice upon a time. I'm just reading what it says. It says Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 thrice upon a time movie. Oh, what studio? This is Studio or Project Studio Q.
this is like okay. Like yes, I just hold on. I need to gather my thoughts. Um it could be really good or really bad. Oh my god, wait. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Uh I
This studio doesn't
recently
have a very long doesn't have a very long list of credits. They've worked on one Evangelion movie.
that's
They did
enough.
some of the CGI animation and production assistance, and it was the full name they have listed here is Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time. I've not seen it.
Um
Just
uh Evan, so because I watched Evangelion with my dad before, but I didn't understand it very much. So then I went back recent a few months ago and I rewatched all of it, everything, especially like my dad's gatekeeping kind of way. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with it and do it. And so it was like the show, like the three, four, almost I think four movies technically. Um, it's it's insane. I'm like now I'm like really curious about this one more than the
I don't know.
JoJo one, but anyway,
This
okay.
movie came out in 2021.
What?
So the movie that they made or worked on,
Twice
they
Upon
were
a
one of
Time?
Betty Studios. Yes, this is
Yeah,
2021.
that's Evangelion. Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Yes.
know. That's
That's like
just.
to me that's like the best one.
They've also worked
I
on
have the art book for that
Sakura.
one.
They've also worked on Sakura Wars, Onimusha. I don't recognize any of the other things.
What else was I
But anyway,
work?
that
Oh,
studio's been working on, and then the final studio is Wit Studio. Wit Studio has worked on Attack on Titan, Great Pretender, Spy X Family, a bunch of
cool.
stuff, and they're going to be making a short as well.
Those are good
So,
too. Not
like,
as
not crazy in
obsessed,
anime.
but
I have
cool.
heard of Attack on Titan, and it says they produce specifically the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, that's Visions coming 2025. That's what it says. Didn't say exactly like when or like a time of year, so we don't really know. But
Heard.
yeah, but
That
that's all
is
the Star Wars news I got.
really exciting.
I know, I'm
I'm
really excited.
honestly really glad that they went with a lot of more unknown like
Mm-hmm.
companies or studios before they went with season 3 or volume 3 of like here's literally everyone possible.
Yeah,
So,
and I'd
yeah.
love, like I said, Visions is honestly a project I feel like could go on forever because there's so many animation studios of all different sizes out there, um, and it's you can go back and repeat like we're seeing here. You could go out even more because you could go back to Japan again. You could go around the whole world, like I did last time. And it's all different. Like there's no pressure on tying into existing material. You just do whatever you want, uh, and that's really exciting. And I love it. And it always makes such gorgeous animation every time, and a variety of it, of stories and everything. And I'm really excited for Visions Volume 3 next year, especially because I don't think we have any other animated projects like confirmed to be in the works right now. They haven't announced anything else.
Mm.
So, good day to be an animation fan. We got Visions.
Yeah.
And
Nice. That's
yeah,
exciting.
so that's all the Star Wars news I got. The Skeleton Crew comes out very soon. I will play Outlaws Wildcard and then podcast with someone about it. Not you, probably, because you don't play.
Yeah. Probably dad.
Probably your dad,
Tell
yeah.
you right now, dad.
I also have been listening to the new Audible original, Seeds of Starlight. It's a High Republic story. It's very good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't done much. I haven't even really gotten like to think about putting together a Sabine outfit because my brain is like, oh my god, I gotta put it together because I do not fit in the high school one anymore. I have grown. um, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I didn't put it on the notes because I just remembered it. But Star Wars Hunter Season 4 starts shortly, later this month, I think, or next month. I don't remember. And they just announced their new hero from Star Wars Hunters. And I'm gonna try and find a picture of him, which I guess is a podcast, so that doesn't that doesn't matter. But he seems pretty cool. He's like, I'm gonna send a picture to you so you know what I'm talking about. Or she seems pretty cool. Sorry, it's a Zabrak. She has like a Night Sister bow. And she just like, I don't know, she just like runs and jumps around and she shoots thingies. With her thingy. Is there? They don't have a picture. This is videos. But yes.
Nice.
So they're also adding a new map, which is Endor Aftermath. So they already have an Endor map, but it's it's like a Ewok village, and this one is going to be like an abandoned Imperial base. So that'll be very cool. But her name is Nox, and yeah, they don't have like. I'm just looking for a picture. It's all video. But she's like a bow, little like Night Sister bow. I don't know if she is a Night Sister. They said she's like an assassin, but yes. So
Nice.
excited for all my people who play hunters. Very exciting. Just want a picture. I don't want a video. Please. 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 But yeah, that's it. But she's cool.
Nice.
She loves Zabrak. And she has like smoke bombs and stuff. I don't know.
Smoke bombs. Are there ultimates in that game?
Yeah. It's Overwatch, but third person and not as fast paced.
Interesting. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just curious. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. I really like hunters. It's because I am, I'm a hero shooter girly for Overwatch. And I do enjoy Overwatch being very, very fast paced, but Overwatch also the games can be really, really long sometimes. Which is normally fun, but like sometimes you're getting your butt beat and you're like, okay, can't this just end? Do I have to do this for another 7 minutes? Where with hunters, like I would say the gameplay is a bit slower paced. Like it's more akin to like early Overwatch as far as being a little slower paced. But the games are much shorter. Like you'll very rarely have a game that goes over like 5 minutes, if ever. Which is nice because sometimes you're getting your butt beat and you're like, okay, it's over, and then it is. They don't prolong your suffering, but then also sometimes you're like, oh, if I just had 10 more seconds, I could have won. So it's like the flip side of it, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I like playing Utuni and Zena. I also just read the book, and the book is really good. But in the book, there's like, in the lore of Star Wars Hunters, they're all in like they're literally in a big arena, like fighting like for show, and like that's what it is. Like the book is about Reeve, and like her like learning how to play the character and stuff because she's like not really a Sith Lord, but she's playing a Sith Lord. That's like the whole thing. So, but they had a character. It was a Twi'lek named I can't remember her name, but she was like they described her as like a cool assassin with like lots of like gadgets and stuff. And she's not in the game. She's the only hunter in the book that's not in the game. And I'm like, where is she? Why are we adding all these random people who are very cool? But why are we adding them and not this very cool Twi'lek? There's no Twi'lek hunter. Where's my Twi'lek representation?
Yeah.
Tuya. Tuya is her name. So hopefully they'll add her some season coming up because I like her and I want to play as her. But yeah. Yeah, Hunters is fun. I do recommend it if you are into hero shooters or if you are not into hero shooters. I think it's a good intro because like I feel like Overwatch, especially as it is now, it would be like really intense to get into for the first time if you've never played a hero shooter before. Because they're adding their I think like 40-second hero or something next season of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Wild. And it's like the gameplay can be very, very fast for Overwatch. There can be a lot going on. They call it getting Overwatched when like 8 ults go off at the same time. The game is like the screen is crazy. And like it's just like lots of people yelling. And you don't really have that in Hunters. It's a bit more like low key. Well, I've been playing Overwatch Classic because they have a. This is not an Overwatch podcast. I do apologize, but they they have a mode in Overwatch right now in the arcade where you can play the game basically as it was at release, with all the old abilities and everything. And it is wild how different it is. Not only there's like way less heroes, but also it's just like the gameplay is very slow compared to what it is now.
Yeah.
So it is. I do think I enjoy modern Overwatch more than release for sure. But it's also like whoa, I can comprehend what's going on. This is so great. And I miss Scatter Arrow and Mass Res. Nothing beats the high of resing 5 people at once.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what is that?
I miss Mass Res. You know, you get people who like play Overwatch like professionally and they like explain to you why it's bad for the game. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But consider this. It feels so good when you're Mercy and you get that 5-person res. It's the only way you can play the game is Mercy. And I miss Scatter Arrow. My unironic Overwatch opinion is that we need to bring back Mass Res and Scatter Arrow. That's all I have to say.
I see.
This is not an Overwatch podcast. Although I did do 2 Overwatch podcasts. If you want to listen to me explain the lore of Overwatch to my dad for 4 hours, if you're into that, that exists.
So basically, from this podcast, you should listen to go back and listen to the JoJo's Bizarre Adventures podcast, and then when you're feeling real freaky, go and listen to the Overwatch one as well.
Yes, if you want to listen to me explain, and there's it's also on YouTube. I had a slideshow for Overwatch podcast.
Perfect.
I worked really hard on that slideshow. It's actually really good. It has like transitions and stuff. It looks so good. I should update it. And do another one. And explain Overwatch lore to you for 4 hours. Because when I made that, I think when I made that was when Ramatra had just come out. I'd had Ramatra. No, I think Yari had come out. It was Yari. So I would have to add now Venture, Juno, whatever the freak guy's name is. Freak PH REAK. We'll get to that if we do the lore podcast. Lifeweaver. No, Lifeweaver's in it. Post Lifeweaver. Yeah. Good times. Explaining Overwatch lore. Do love some Overwatch lore. Unfortunately, that's my. Unfortunately, I'm cursed to be invested into Overwatch lore. That is
Damn.
That's my curse.
Cursed.
Because who knows if they're gonna do any more lore. Sad.
Well, I think that was a podcast.
That certainly was.
Related to 2 other podcasts.
Yes. Yeah, go listen to JoJo. The JoJo episode was really fun to record. It was really fun. It's a good one. And then the Overwatch one was also fun to record. For me, I don't know if my dad had fun. Listening to me explain Overwatch lore.
But
I
now
think
you
he
gotta
did.
quiz him
I think
randomly now.
he was quiz
Make sure he
him.
was paying attention.
Why did Overwatch get disbanded? Who testified in the trial?
Huh?
Do you know?
Answer now!
Do you know?
Oh my gosh.
If you want
Okay.
answers, you gotta listen to me explaining it to my dad. Or you can Google it, but that's not as fun.
Gotta get the full lore. Perfect. Oh man. Motorcycle. All right. That is a podcast.
All right, thank you so much for listening. That was a podcast. You can go to starsgeekgirl.com for writing. I've been doing a lot of book reviews. I'm almost caught up on all the Star Wars books. I have to finish Tears of the Nameless, and then which one am I reading? I'm reading one of them. I have to finish Tears of the Nameless and then read Beware of the Nameless, or the other way around. I don't remember. It also might not be Beware, it might be Fear. It's just they're very similar names, okay? And then I have to read Glass Abyss, and then I'm done on Star Wars books. I've also been reading comics. I'm almost done the first round of Afro comics, and I don't know who I can podcast with that about. Maybe your dad and Axel again. But I'm catching up on comics, and it's really fun. Maybe I'll write something about that. I don't know. But yeah, StarWarsGeek.com for book reviews. If you want updates on those, you can sign up to subscribe to the blog and the newsletter on the website, or you can just follow us on Twitter/Blue Sky. I think I'm still gonna post on Twitter for now, but I'm also on Blue Sky, tentatively just Blue Sky in the future. And also Instagram at SWGeekGirl, and on Facebook at Star Wars Geek Girl. And yeah, if you want to find me personally, I'm on Twitter and Blue Sky at Zoika, and Instagram and TikTok at Spectre_5.
Nice. For the Rogue Rebels, you got theroguerebels.com, Instagram and TikTok at the Rogue Rebels, Twitch at Rogue Rebels Podcast, wherever you're listening to the Star Wars of Geek Girls, Facebook page, The Rogue Rebels, and Twitter at Rogue Rebels Fam. Boom.
All right, thank you so much for listening. Check out all of the socials. Check out the Rogue Rebels podcast. I was Zoe.
I was Lizzy.
May the Force be with you, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right.